Have you seen this referee before as well? He's a new referee.
Very, very promising young referee. I've seen him do the rounds at NCL level.
Nice.
Town kick off. And it's Salford with first use of possession. They've taken possession over on the left-hand side of the field, about 20 metres in from touch, about 22 metres away from their own line. And then they bring it through the middle. An Ignatius pass is going nowhere. Welcome to Workington. That's a great first
hit on pass there. I think Stevie Scully and Delane. They got that hit on.
Hughes passing the ball to this right-hand side. There's Ollie Garmston, scored a spectacular try the other week in the win, which Salford enjoyed against Hunslet. From dummy half, Dwyer goes and passes in field, and then following up through that middle is Owen Haldenby. Haldenby, 40 metres away from his own line now. Dwyer looks up. Always a danger. Passes to his right-hand side. Hughes gets the kick away. It's a deep one. Bounces, bobbles. Easily taken by Zaringalia. 15 out from his own line. And he straight away motors back 15 metres upfield. Carter shuffles into dummy half. He'll link with Dickinson. Dickinson goes it alone. Solid first hit up. I was really impressed with his debut last week, to be fair. He came up with a big workload for a winger.
Yeah, he's a really awkward person to get on with, Jake. He's got knees and elbows everywhere. He's 6'6", and patting him on with Evan Lawler, who's just doing a great carry there, bringing us 10 metres down the field. It was really good to see, but it's that Newcastle contingent. It caused a lot of troubles last year, Jake.
Yeah. Battling run forward as well in the last carry from Bradley. Scully takes over on the next one. About 30 metres out from the try line. Last tackle signalled by our referee, Mr. McKelvey. It comes to the left-hand side. Kick comes in from Carter. He's got some height on that one. Oh, and that's a solid take from Sam Hall. Starts the counter-attack. And he stopped about 15 metres out from his own line. Let's see what the Town line speed is like. It's solid work again from Town, following up and bringing the man down. Salford still behind their own 20-metre line. Third tackle coming up. This is Hill again. Winger taking a tough carry. Then it's Dwyer. Passes into the middle. Hughes funnels it back, looking for Haldenby. Haldenby well controlled in the stop. Only made 5 or 6 metres there. Good work from Phillips. Played the full 80 last week as he's playing it out. And that looks like he's knocked on and taken in by Toure Rafiti. Good bit of anticipation there from the Kiwi second rower, who really feels like he's settling down here,
Yeah, he is. I think it took him a few weeks just to get used to things. I think I remember speaking after the Barra game when it was literally just like no man's land, and he said, "Is this what it's like every week?" I said, "No, it is gonna get drier." But I think as pitches now starting to get drier, hopefully, we'll see T coming to his own.
So Town about 30 metres away from the try line. Probing run from Carter, linking it on the left hand side with Donaghy and into the arms now of Jake Bradley. 22 metres away from the try line. There's options on if he can get a quick play the ball away. It comes left to Donaghy. There is that massive figure of Lawler. Brilliant run again. 5 metres out from the try line. Is he building here for Town? Donaghy's in at dummy half. Carter awaits reception. Then he passes on for Stevie Scully. Great run from Scully again to the edge of that 10-metre mark. Last tackle signalled here. Good field position this for Town. It comes down the left-hand side again. Short run from Bradley. Oh, Bradley there. He's absolutely no stopping him. He bounced through 2 challenges. What a line to hit. What a score.
We talked that up all this week at training, and that's came from Callum Phillips. He's caught. There's one lazy marker gone back in the line, and the fullback sent him the wrong way. And Callum said that yesterday at training, to get out, engage the marker and put Jake right through the gap. And that's exactly what's happened there. Great try from us, good pressure as well.
Nice bit of anticipation as well, and spotting what you've been working on obviously as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been, this last couple of weeks, we've been just trying to keep things simple and just letting things happen. Don't try and force things, and that's just like a simple little training move. That it's nothing hard, just a short ball to the line. And Callum's just noticed that, and I think Jake went through and touched there apart from bumping the fullback off, so great start.
What a start for Workington Town. 4-0 to the good. Kick to come just at the side of the post, on the left hand side of the post from Jake Carter. A man that is on 8 goals for the season. 17 points away from 200 for Workington. I've done a couple of stats that I'm hoping that we get near today.
Hopefully we can get them done, Dave.
Carter converts. It is 6 points to 0. What a start for Workington. First proper bit of field position, I think, there, and they come back with points. Can't ask for much more.
No, we can't. We've done really well there, completing in their own half. I think their middles look like they're going to try and go for the middle of us, but we've defended really well there. So hopefully we can just continue good here, complete the set of 6 and kick on our terms.
So we're live via BBC Sports Online, courtesy of the BBC Sports Cumbria. My name's Dave Parkinson alongside Grant Reid. 6-0 in favour of Workington Town, and Salford get us underway with a deep kick. Oh, I tell you what, if he just reached out an extra foot there, it would have been a penalty on the halfway line from Dickinson taking that over. Yeah,
I thought he could have just maybe let that go out even as well, because I think unless the wind just completely died.
Oh, lovely offload from Law. There is Carter in support. Workington already 35 metres away from their own line. Ainley, good run from him. He started the season particularly well yet again, hasn't he, Ross?
He's Mr. Consistent, Ross, and you know what you're getting from him. It's big 60 minutes every week, just loads of carries and a lot of good defensive efforts from him. And
nice, confident passing down the right-hand side gives a running opportunity for Rio Corkill. He stopped 35 metres out from the try line. It'll come back in field now to Reid Rafiti. That's a strong carry. Takes 3 of them to halt him on the edge of that 20-metre line again at Workington. Last tackle, they'll go down the blind side. Kick to come in from Donaghy over the top. Oh, it's a lonely place for a fullback there. And Matty Ross is tackled behind his own line. What a good kick that was.
Yeah, you know, and that's came again from Callum Phillips, just noticing the short side, not being honest, and you know, it's a great kick from Alex, and it's good tackle from Spencer Fulton. I thought he'd maybe just get out of his trial on there, but obviously the referee says no.
So it's going to be a dropout from underneath the post. Salford to get us restarted. I get the feeling he's taking all of the time that the referee's allowing him before he'll send it long. It'll bounce and bobble, and played it off the boot of Bradley. Good first touch there. Could be in football there, couldn't he? You know, just across the way. And he's had the ball stolen from him as well in the challenge. There was a good 3 men into the stop. I think Toby Hughes was the man who just wrapped himself around the ball. Conceded the penalty. Toby Hughes, another one of the players that's on loan at Salford from Widnes, of course, as Carter taps, hands it on to Scully. He works it back over his shoulder for Ainley. Ainley inside that 20-metre mark. Town looking to get going. Phillips takes a run. Scully's alongside him. Good hit up from Stevie Scully. 2 metres out from the try line. Tell you what, there's gaps both sides of the uprights as it goes to the right-hand side. Donaghy slips the net, does a full 360, goes towards the post, takes an audacious pass. He doesn't really want to know from the look of that challenge.
No, I think our thing was just to get at him a bit. You know, I don't think he's been playing for St Helens. I think he's been come back from an injury.
Carter, short ball to Reid Rafiti. Here's Lawther pushing his way for the try line, just getting overwhelmed. He gets the ball in field. There's a late raise of a flag by the touch judge.
Very late raise, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
No, good bit of pressure there from lads. I think we were just... No, we weren't trying to force things there. I think obviously Evan had to try and get that pass away because he was going to touch, but no, it wasn't a bad set. It's not a bad place to finish.
8 minutes gone in the game, 6 points still in favour of Workington Town. That first try coming just 4 minutes in. Jake Bradley the scorer, and it was converted by Carter. That pass was just a little bit in front of Sambu, but did well to take it in the end. He'll play this ball just behind his own 20-metre line. Running again by Finn Yates. Oh, he's lost the ball. It's been picked up by Scully. He's handed on to Carter. Carter trying to fire into the backfield. Stopped just 10 metres away from the line. That transition was brilliant then.
Great, solid day. I think that came from the first regional hit on with Delane and Stevie. So it was good that we got the ball away there. You know, Jake just need to settle things down here.
Bradley pushes his way to the 10-metre mark. Town applying all the pressure. Phillips brings it left. Here's Lawther. Oh, Lawther. He's unfair. He's got a cheat code. He's grounded the ball as well. That's it.
Give it held up. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's grounded the ball there.
Oh my goodness.
He's grounded the ball. How's that not a try?
Do you know what? I'm not blaming the referee. I think the linesman's got the most clean. That is the most cleanest day try.
Wow. So it's not a try, but Delane Gittins drives within inches of the line, underneath the shadow of the posts. Phillips will go again, this time to the right-hand side to Donny. Quick ball out to Galea throws a dummy, surges on. Oh, he just can't quite twist over. There is a penalty heading the way of Workington here. Offside is the call.
Yeah, I think it was that Sambu on that left edge there for Salford. He came like a rocket out the line there, but he was definitely offside.
Donaghy will play it infield looking for Scully. Scully looking to inspire his team as he does so often, quietly through that middle. Although having said that, I wouldn't fancy trying to tackle Stevie Scully running at me. As it comes to the left-hand side, Donaghy fires it out. Ainley offloads, here's Carter, dances around the middle. That tackle looked a little bit suspect. Referee picking it out for a high shot. Finn Yates, well, he's come up with a mistake. He's giving away a penalty.
You've got the call of two. Two's came from Jonty.
So yeah, I think this is sensible play as well from Town.
Yeah, I think Salford on the back foot a bit here, and we're just applying a bit of pressure. It's good to get 2 points over early and just keep the ball in our terms, really.
Also gives Carter that, I suppose, that early confidence boost as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just finds a couple, because these are gimme points, aren't they? To be fair.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's good always. It shows you've got confidence taking the two. I think personally, some people look at it in a negative way, but if you're kicking the 2 points and you're happy to run the ball down from your own half.
Well, I don't like admitting, Grant, but I'm a little bit older than you, so I'm a bit old school when it comes to rugby league and taking points when they're on offer. And this is it's a gimme in front of the post. Yeah. Stroke between the uprights. It's 8 points to 0 now in favour of Workington Town. Second goal of the game for Carter. And I'm all here for it. There's some tradition involved. I'm all here for it.
Absolutely, the points they're taken.
And I was saying, because I believe all the music that's going to get played today is all from 1996, so we're back in the era.
Back in your prime, Dave.
Yeah, we're back in my prime. Yeah, I'm here for it. 8 points to 0 in favour of Workington Town. Hope you're enjoying coverage of these early stages of the game. We're now 11 and a half minutes in. And it's going to be Matty Ross to get us underway. The former Hurst Finch amateur sends the kick long. Carter's underneath it, fires it into the arms of Ainley. Ainley will challenge the defence, takes 3 of them to stop him. Parsi was one of them. He's retired to the blind side as well. If I'm Callum, I'm going to be tracking where Parsi is.
Yeah, he's struggling a bit in the referee. You can just see the referee pointing at him to get him onside. He's a big fella, so he's. I think it's good for us to just try and get at him early. Obviously, don't run right at him because he's probably will flatten you. Yeah, he's on the short side. I think Callum's got him then. Yeah,
they've gone down that way. Just gets him involved, doesn't it? Means that he's got to move about, because as you said, there's not been a lot of rugby there for the last 6 months or so.
Yeah.
And Town, good ball movement coming down this left-hand side now. Oh, no look past Lawther, then releases it to Dickinson. Dickinson, he's just charging, no thoughts of self-preservation. There was 3 players converging on him there. Last tackle signal, they're over the 40-metre line. Kick comes in from Carter. It's a high hanging one. Oh, just seemed to drop out of the sky, thankfully, into Ross's arms. And he starts to counter-attack, but there's still players getting back on side. And Ignatius Parsi looks shattered.
Yeah, he looks like his fuel gauge has gone, I think. I think he's one player, if Salford started the game right, I think he's going to cause a lot of problems. And he probably will cause a lot of problems in the game, Dave, but early on I think you just get at him, either at his shoulder and send him down the short side and make it uncomfortable for him, because if you watch the Super League and stuff like that, and you have watched it NRL, he causes a lot of problems when he's got the ball and he's going forward.
Halderby plays it to Dwyer. Dwyer then links with Parsi. Oh, Parsi, shock offload there. Yeah, that was never really on, but good pressure.
Yeah, it's good pressure, but that just comes from just being tired and spotting him. He's got that offload in his game if he's fitting as well. But we're just getting at him either side of the ruck, and we're just causing him some problems. He's got his hands on his hips now, so he didn't really need to force that. He hasn't really had the ball.
It's brilliant spot work this from Workington, to be honest, isn't it? Because they're just getting him involved and getting him to move around, and as you say, it's a tough place to be if it's like your first couple of games of a season as well, because you're still finding your feet, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been in that situation when you come on and you're not feeling your fittest because you've had a bit of time out, and it isn't nice when a team spot you and they go at you. It's cruel.
Here comes Ainley, 30 metres out from the try line. Dwyer made a beeline for him and missed him, all ends up. Fairly quick play the ball to Phillips. Phillips runs across, drops it back to Scully. Scully will make the 20 metre line and a little bit beyond as well. After a quick play of the ball, Phillips is there. Phillips will send it left to Carter. Carter taking the line on. Carter all the way to the line. There's no denying that try. That is a superb, emphatic finish from Carter. Towner on the fly. The 12-0 to the good. 15 minutes gone.
That's exposed that short side again. They sent the middle down the short side then, and you can see Callum looking up even before they've got ready, clapping his hands at Steve at the time to get a quick play of the ball. That's what he's done there. He's just put. It's easy work for Jake just to slip through the hole, throw the dummy and go himself. Great try from the boys.
8th try in his stint at Town for Jake Carter. I think I was right to note this because he's 17 before this game, 17 points away from 200 for Town.
God, that's in season as well. It's a good effort, really good effort from Jake.
I mean, it helps when you're the goal kicker as well, don't get me wrong.
Oh, he definitely does.
Already a couple of changes are waiting to get on the field for Salford. George O'Loughlin preparing to come on, and Reece Stanton. Know a little bit about Reece because he spent the last couple of years playing open age rugby for Wigan St Jude's.
He was on trial with us last year.
Was he?
Yeah, he came on trial. We played it in.
Yes.
Yeah. He came on trial to start the year with us. You know, he's a very quiet lad, but he's a very strong kid.
Good strong character.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, definitely.
So the conversion was from Carter. It's now 3 goals to his name, 10 points. So he's just 7 away now from 200 for Town. But more importantly, it's 14-0 in favour of Workington.
Yeah, you know, we've started like a house on fire here. You can just see Parsy's now coming off. I don't know if it looks very impressed with himself.
Shakes his head, goes to the touchline.
Just need to keep completing here. We're in a good place here. We just need to don't go away from what's working.
I mean, this was always going to be a really good chance, wasn't it? But you never know what you're going to get when there's a lot of players that are coming into somewhere on loan, do you?
Absolutely. The one thing when you bring players in on loan, it can do one or two things. It can spur the lads up around you, or you bring too many lads in, it just upsets the apple cart a bit. You know, you're basically starting with a brand new team. You know, bringing 6 lads in, it's especially in key positions. You know, you have to change things around because obviously certain players will have different ways of doing things. So yeah, it can work the other way, and you know, lads, individuals can just do really well for you.
2 tackles into the riposte.
Oh dear.
A penalty goes the way of Workington Town. There's a real problem here for O'Loughlin.
Yeah, I think.
He's done his shoulder already.
Yeah, he had his shoulder just wrapped in there. I think it was.
Oh, look at that! His arm was dangling.
Oh, that's horrible.
Sorry, I don't mean to describe it to put you off the tip, to be honest, Grant. But yeah, he's not going to be able to continue. He's going to try.
I think the physio literally just pushed his arm and put it back in.
Wow. That's amazing. So Workington have their 3rd penalty. It's on the halfway line. Lawther runs it. Big charge. Tries to pick out some smart man. To be honest, nearly everybody on a rugby pitch is smaller than Evan Lawther. Does well to get inside the 40-metre line.
You know, it helps having a centre that's 110 kilos that can run and can carry like Evan.
Phillips goes to Gittins. Gittins, another strong run from him. Phillips works it to the right-hand side. Donaghy with a bit of space in front of him. Elects to take on the defence, and although there's 3 players around him, they didn't look comfortable trying to stop Donaghy then. Town marching towards the 20-metre line with a bit of venom and a bit of purpose. Good run from Gittins again, getting inside that 20-metre mark. Phillips is scheming. What's running through his head? He's got options both left and right. He'll go left to Carter. Carter releases it to Donaghy. Donaghy puts the kick in. Carter's after this one. In fact, it's Bradley. Oh, it's then spilled, and it's going to be picked up by Dickinson. It was spilled by a Salford hand. I think it was Ross who got nowhere near it really, ended up fumbling, and Dickinson picks it up and improves the angle.
Yeah, we've got 4 people looking at the lines in there, but I didn't see much of a problem with it. I know Jake, I think he came off Jake's foot, but no, I don't think there was anything wrong with that personally. See, Brad Dwyer's was given the lines a lot of stuff there, to be honest. Just give him a polite word.
Brad, of course, one of those great competitors. He's had a belting career when you look at it, as Brad Dwyer, hasn't he?
He definitely has.
And he sets the standards, and he'll know that this Salford start probably isn't to the standards that he wants.
Absolutely, you know, when we played Lee Centurions last year, and I think he started or came off the bench for Lee that night, and you can just see him as an individual. Just he keeps going. He was a real threat. Obviously, I thought he was getting to the back end of his career, and I thought, they've making an interchange. Brad Dwyer's coming on, but you know, you can just show the level he's played at. You know, he was at Warrington for a lot of years before going to Leeds and then making the trip to Leeds. But now he's here at Salford, and you know, his experience will be great for them.
But it's another score for Workington, currently leading by 18 points to 0 with this kick to come, and the awareness from Dickinson as well to go and improve that angle. He's took it to probably within 10 metres of the post.
It should be just leave Jake 1 point off, I think.
Carter adds that conversion. 20 points to 0. What a start for Workington. And what a good rubber kick it was as well from Donaghy in the first instance to fire it through the line, realised there was a bit of space, and perhaps the fullback was just a fraction off, but you only need to be a fraction off in this game, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think the one thing we get from Alex is you get a lot of variety for him. You know, you can slot in on the wing, fullback. He played most last year at halfback for Newcastle, so you know he's a great addition.
That's what you don't mean. Fired the kick-off restart over the touchline, and not just over the touchline. That went straight over the head of Dickinson as well, didn't it? That was a. If you'd kicked that as a penalty, you'd be really pleased with it. But from a restart, no, you don't want it.
No, it's just a coach killer. Like, you know, when you're on the back foot, you haven't got much of the ball, giving penalties away, and you do that off kick-off. It isn't the best thing.
I mean, this is the fourth penalty for Workington now in the first 21 minutes. Into a good position, go town now. Tapped on the 40-metre line by Lawver. He turns it infield for Bradley. Bradley's just a bull, isn't he, when he takes the line on like that?
Yeah, he's a really strong ball carrier.
12 metres gain from him. Ainley, brushed through a tackle like he wasn't there. Offside was Finn Yates.
The referee's he's quick on these offsides, isn't he?
You know what? I'm liking this referee. As I say, I've seen him a little bit at National Conference League level, so I knew he was a young ref coming through the lineup, but he looks fully ready for it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. I think one thing when you do get a young referee in, you can test them. You can test them a bit. You know, you can try and maybe just sneak a little bit in front of him and stuff like that. But you know, he's been quite slick on it so far.
Carter finds Scully in the middle of the field. There was an offload from Bradley. They're about 6 or 7 metres from the try line again. Workington, options to the right, long ball finds Donaghy. Donaghy dummies, scurries back for the middle, takes them on. Has he got over the line? He has, but he's held up.
That's a lot more held up than what Evans was.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely, that was definitely held up, that one.
Yeah, definitely.
To be fair though, I mean, some nifty footwork. He has obviously got the number 5 squad number here at town. And then comes Gittins through that middle.
Delayed's another week, a proper really good footwork. Really good footwork.
2 metres out from the try line. Oh, he's got it alone as Phillips. Phillips held up as well. You know what though? This is just tiring out the middles and engaging lots of players in defensive efforts, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, when you do come on off the bench, you want to make that impact, and when you're giving penalties, especially kicking the ball out on the full and just giving a couple of penalties away there, it zaps the energy right out of you.
Here's Carter. Lofts the kick to the left touchline. Oh, brilliant take from Dickinson. Dickinson plants the ball down. He was a real wrestle between him and Sam Hill, but ultimately there was only one winner. Dickinson grounding it in the corner. 24-0 to town. 23 minutes gone. You could come back again, Grant.
I think I know. I think that's one thing about having a winger who's 6'6" is, you know, if you've got a kicking game like Jake Carter, Alex Donaghy or Dunway, you can just sit it on Jake, and I think you can put him out the air. No, but no, that just came on the back of, you know, a mistake from Salford. It's the kick out on the full and the 2 penalties to follow. So I think they are getting a stern word here off. I can't see who it is, but.
Well, if we look back at last week, Salford played against Doncaster. I know that Doncaster have invested heavily in their squad, and I've got a good number of ex-Super League players amongst the lineup, but they were 44-0 down at half-time, and at the moment, that just is continuing.
Yeah, but the one thing Jonty said to us is we can't switch off against a team like this. You know, they have got that experience in there. They've got a lot of good players, and you know, we've said to ourselves, if we start well against anyone, we can cause team problems. But you know, the other week, Hunslet were home to was it Hunslet? They've invested a lot of good money into their team this year, so it's a great kick.
Oh, what a great kick from Carter! 26 points to 0. And he's getting ever so close to that record I was talking about.
Absolutely, but no, come back to what they said about Hunslet. You know, that Hunslet rocked up with a really good, strong team, and it was basically a team of kids from Salford turned Hunslet over. So that they are no mugs. They've just maybe started on the wrong foot here.
I do feel that with the way that certainly is the interpretation of the ruck this season. If you get on the front foot, you can stay on the front foot. It's hard to wrestle it back, isn't it?
Yeah, there's one thing I noticed now they've brought in with the ruck. if once the tackler's on the floor, they don't like people being on top of the ruck. They like the ruck being really quick, and it's nice when you've got the ball and you get the roll on, but when you're defending it, it's not really hard. One thing we have been doing this year in training has been a lot of them scenarios, trying to play really fast around the ruck, and it's tiring, it's hard work, and I think that's where we get a lot of benefit here.
Gittins plays the ball. Nice pick up that from Phillips, because it wasn't the cleanest to play the ball. Scully tears his way upfield. That looked like a high shot from O'Loughlin going in over the top, but he just rides it. Gittins, solid run towards the halfway line. Phillips again scheming, goes, links with Ainley. Ainley pushes over the halfway line. Just engaging so many players. Our Town doing it well. They've reached the end of the set. Carter drills it into the backfield. Ross this time cuts it off. He's 10 metres from his own line, tries to veer into the middle of the field. I'll tell you what though, there's a solid kick. Chase team were waiting him, and Phillips did the work. Here's Sambu put down.
I don't know what's going on here. I think Brad Dwyer's, is that the second, third tackle? He's just walking up the pitch like he's just lost interest.
Yeah, he does, to be fair. Big run coming in. Excellent run, but excellent hit as well.
Let's give you 6
he's got
again.
an offload. Salford, first time they've really crossed the halfway line, ball in hand. So a bit of an examination of Town's defence. Vaughan to play it. Infield it comes to Costello. Sean Costello, once upon a time a clock face, recently been with North Wales Crusaders. Duck to the left and taken to the line. Good ball out to that. But what a hit!
Great from Spencer
Completely spilled from Joe Hartley. What a hit! Spencer Fulton's cutting him in two. He's counting his ribs now, he's Hartley.
But one thing with Spencer, he's not the biggest of players, but he's a farmer. And one thing I've realised about playing rugby is you don't run straight at farmers because they can bend you in half.
And I could have to write this down on my tip sheet. Never run at a farmer.
Never run straight at a farmer.
Okay, I've taken note of that. Hope you're enjoying the coverage this afternoon. It's a good afternoon so far for Workington Town, leading 26 points to nil here at the Firebridge Community Stadium. 27 minutes of the game gone. Town take possession from the base of the scrum. It comes left to Dickinson. Already 2 tries to his name, 3 tries in total since he pulled on a Town shirt last week. Phillips turns the ball to his right hand side. Gallia's there to add a bit of pace into the movement. Put down on the 30-metre line. Lightning quick play of the ball. And Spencer Fulton makes a good carry as well. I like it when backs get involved and they save you big guys some work, to be honest, Grant.
Yeah, we've got through a lot of work. Steve and Dylan have got a lot of work, but there's a lot of work coming in here from Lucas and Guy Graham. You know what you're getting from them too, especially with Guy.
Guy, brilliant run there, first of all, to start it off. Lucas Castle with his offloading game as well could cause problems. Workington have reached the last tackle, they're 40 metres away from the line. Carter sends it high on the left hand side. Oh, that's coming down with snow on. Good take from Matty Ross. Confident throw as well out to Sambu. Sambu has got pace. Tries to burst his way through the tackle. It's a good run from him. Stopped nearly 30 metres from his own line. Then sent down that left hand side from Jensen Wingley. Approaching the 40-metre line, Salford inside their own half. Here's Hartley. Challenges the defence, goes down on the 40-metre line. Good challenge it was as well from Guy Graham. Dwyer goes to his left-hand side. Picks a run in Stanton. Stanton, quick play of the ball. Dwyer runs. Dwyer looks for support. Then he likes to take it in himself. Dangerous run that one, but well gathered in by Workington. 35 metres away from the line. Last tackle signalled here for Salford. Ross releases it to Toby Hughes. Hughes hoists the kick. Should be a simple enough take, and it's for Dickinson. 5 metres from his own line. He starts the counter-attack, and he could nearly fall over and reach the 20.
He's done really well there. Skipped over. He's just getting right at the prop, making a 1-1 tackle with the prop, winning the front and getting us on the front foot.
Corkill chips in as well with a usual carry from distance as the 4th substitute for Salford prefers to come on in Cole Appleby. Am I right in thinking Town have just used the 2 substitutes so far?
Yeah, we have. One thing Jonty wanted us from us this year was his middles playing big minutes, and with all that to buy into that, especially with our starting middles. You know, Stevie can play 60 minutes consistently. Same with Ross. Ross is still in the field now.
Good run from Phillips towards the 40 and beyond. Kick from dummy half comes in from Carter. He just turns Salford round all the time. They're going to be
Great
fed up with
Jay.
that own 10-metre line.
Great kick.
Ross, big hit on him.
Great shot from Jake Bradley.
I was going to say, was that Bradley?
Yeah, just stopped the fullback dead.
So they'll come from deep again, will Salford. Tricky little run from Sam Hill. Good carry from the winger, actually. Turned on his back, so it's going to be a fraction of a second slower at the play the ball. Hughes, hands on to Cole Appleby, once upon a time in the St Helens system. And he's... Well, I thought the ball came out through a legitimate tackle, to be fair, but it's a penalty the way of Salford. Their first penalty of the game.
First penalty of the game for us. I think it was T that gave it, but I don't think it was penalty. I think it was just shot on the ball, but you know, it is what it is. We'll just defend this hopefully and hopefully get the ball back.
A good kick to touch on that far side. It's going to be tapped by Hartley. Once upon a time of Rochdale Hornets. Runs it in. Finds his front. He'll play this ball about 30 metres from the line. Cole Appleby's come onto that like a train. And what a hit from Guy Graham, just stopped him dead.
Guy's not going to back away from me, likes a challenge guy.
To this right hand side it comes with Costello. Nice sleight of hand. Hughes into a gap. Hughes 10 metres away from the line where he's caught. Best position of the game this for Salford. Into dummy half goes Finn Yates. Now Costello takes on the middle. Guy Graham gets the better of him. 5 metres away from the try line, Salford. There goes Appleby again. Just pushing his way forward, but it was a forward pass that reached him. Yeah,
it did look the forward pass there from the 9 to Appleby, but you know, that just came from a back of good defence as well. It was the first good contact on Appleby from I think it was Guy and Ross.
So it's going to be a scrum, 10 metres away from the line, still 26 points to nil. If you're just joining us, in favour of Workington Town. It's been a really good first half so far for Town. High completions have been the order of the day. I say this and you might spill this one now. No, praised it. This is what usually happens with me, Grant.
Commentator's curse.
The commentary curse, it follows me round. Here's Spencer Fulton on that right hand side. Ooh. Probably regrets that decision with 3 strong defenders in front of him. Still he'll play it outside the 20 metre line. Here comes Ture Graffiti, spinning within the challenge. Look at it, it's found his front lightning quick. Phillips sends it wide, looking for Guy Graham. Graham hits back against the grain, makes it to the 40 metre line. Battling run from Guy Graham. Phillips to Bear Williams. First carry from Bear, and it's a solid one over the halfway line. Last tackle signalled. Phillips will look to Carter on the left hand side. Carter will hoist this 40 metres from the line. It's hanging in the air. It's taken on the 10 metre line by Ross. Ross does really well actually to skip his way past Lawther, but then he can't get escape from Dickinson.
You know, Jake's is a very rangy play. You know, you can feels like an octopus when he gets his arms and legs on you.
Hill with a carry as well for Salford. The wingers have done pretty well. Here's Sambu.
You know, he's carried really well, that Sambu. Am I right in saying, was he at Oldham? Or is it his brother? Has he got a brother?
He has got a brother. He has got a brother, but I think he was, but he's been at Hull KR as well, this one.
Oh, is it? Yeah, you know,
Wigan.
He's looking really good. His carries are really strong.
So, ball turned to this right-hand side. Here comes Costello. Nice ball out the back to Appleby. Appleby keeps it moving to Hughes. Hughes ducks back towards the middle. Lofted pass, which was taken in by Windley. Windley playing around with the defence, decides to take on Corkill. I don't know whether I'd do that, to be fair, because he's really solid defensively. He's Rio. He's quick play the ball though. Vaughan back to Hughes. Hughes, I think he was after something a little bit different with that kick actually, but easily taken by Galea. 5 metres from his own line on that far side, and he starts to counter. Gets it 15 out from his own line now. Plays the ball quickly. Corkill ducks to the left, hits it to the right. Really good yards again.
Yeah. Both markers just went the wrong way there, probably because of. He just went the other side of the markers. You know, the way that was coming from probably lack of.
Lachlan hasn't got onside for the last 2 tackles.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's.
Town have gone down the left hand side. Here's Lawther slips the pass out. That did look a forward to Dickinson.
Definitely was forward.
But again, this combination down this left hand side, it adds an interesting dimension to Town's attack, I feel.
Yeah, it definitely does. Especially, it's good having a centre that can just just cause you them problems, you know, breaking the line quite easy. You know, he's done it for the last couple of weeks now, Evan. Even in the pre-season game against Whitehaven and against Barrow, he was causing a lot of problems. So it's good, and especially being that Newcastle link with Jake on the wing, you know, they'll know each other playing stuff like that. But it was unlucky there. It's not a bad chance now around.
So scrum 40 metres away from their own line for Salford. Winley works it back to Sambu. Sambu tries to skip over the top of Guy Graham, who I think, can I call that an ankle tap or a knee tap?
Probably an ankle. If it's Guy, it's definitely an ankle tap. You know, it's that rugby union and him just diving and
He's got previous.
Yeah.
Stanton plays it in the middle of the field for Salford. Here's O'Loughlin. Brave effort from him.
Good carry.
It was a solid carry as well, because he's not the biggest of forwards, is he, O'Loughlin?
No, he's not. Is he in relation to... obviously Ken from Wigan. I'm just thinking, is he in relation to Sean?
It's a big family.
It's a big
family, I believe.
That looks forward.
Here's Vaughan. Offloads. Probably didn't want the... referee says it all goes backwards, that. Salford applying a little bit of pressure now. Still trailing by 26 points to 0. Here's Winley. Good hit from Rafiti. 12 metres away from the line. Quick play the ball. Finn Yates goes, sends it left. And then Hartley again cut in two by Spencer Fulton, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened there. You know, they're starting to look a bit good, Salford here. When they get on the front foot, they look like they're causing problems. But I think Sambu was waiting for a bus there. I think, you know, Joe Hartley got the pass out to him, but there was just no winger there.
I think he was still admiring his previous carry in that field, wasn't he? You know, so that was a good one. So Town, 15 metres out from their own line. Here's Corkill. Chalks off 5 further metres forward. Still deep inside their own territory, Town. Running through this set of 6. Lawther offers himself up. Bashes away from Stanton. Bashes away from Finn Yates. Still going here, Lawther. Oh, he's got an offload going as well. Brilliant.
Great work from Evan.
Out to Carter. Carter then putting it further wide. Bradley has put Dickinson away. Down this left side. Dickinson gets it into Bradley. Carter onto Donaghy. Champagne Rugby League from Workington Town. What a try that is. Donaghy following up down the middle. The ball just seemed to go through so many pairs of hands. And dare I say it, with St Helens being in town a few weeks ago, that was Saints-like.
It definitely was. It did remind me of that night. Unfortunately, I got goosebumps there for 1 second thinking about as soon as you said that, Dave. But you know, that just all came back on some good defence and no mistake from Joe throwing that ball into touch. But again, it all came from Evan Lawler with the big carry and good awareness from Jake Carter to put Jake into space, to give Jake instant time with the ball. Great try from Alex.
So Donaghy scoring for Workington Town to stretch the advantage to 30 points to 0. And he's gone and taken it towards the post as well. So this for 32 points to 0. I thought that was a good response, that, because as you mentioned, Salford had picked their own intensity up, hadn't they?
Yeah, they definitely did. You know, they were getting a couple of good wins, and you know, they weren't doing anything wrong. It was just maybe a lapse of concentration from the winger to just not being where he should have been. But you know, it just came on the back of good defence from us and forcing that mistake.
So Carter adding the conversion. 199 points now for Workington Town for Carter. I'm really glad that I wrote that stat down this morning. I'm really, really glad.
You know, he's been brilliant for us, Jake. He's such a great, you know, professional. He's applies himself really well, and you know, he's a really good fella.
So 32 points to 0. Carter with 6 goals and a try. Town on the whole having an afternoon out here at Derwent Park. Long restart from Ross. Carter's underneath it. Here comes Burr Williams from the back fence. It's a super run. Outside his 20 he goes. There's all kinds of problems in the middle for 2 Salford players. Oh, and it's ruled a knock on against Burr Williams as well.
It's one of them. I think it's one of them, you know, when you can just see Bears go up there just looking a bit confused because the ball's just obviously trickled out. But they're the hard ones, I think, for a referee. It's one of them. I think you've got to go with your gut instinct on it. Obviously, there must have been maybe a hand or something in there, because you don't want a one-tackle and the ball just rolls onto the floor.
So it's another opportunity this for Salford to apply a little bit of pressure to this Town defence. They've got 4 down this right-hand side from the scrum. It comes out to Hughes. Hughes plays it short. Got to say, that was a great hit going in.
Yeah, a bit of a hospital ball there.
On Harvey Bradish. Hughes back over his shoulder, looking for Stanton. Stanton just inside that 20-metre line. Town control him in the stop, though, in the middle. Finn Yates to his left. Here's Appleby. No hint of an offload there. Runs it to the 10. Yates looking round. He'll put it right, looking for Costello. Costello will play it. Oh, a great challenge that from Carter, by the way.
Great tackle from Jay Carter last.
One-on-one with Costello, with Stanton, I should say. Long ball to the left. Out to Vaughan. Then Ross keeps it going to Hartley. Hartley bounces away from the first challenge. Gets over the line. Some good strength there. Hartley has scored and opened the Salford account. And it was just a little bit of late footwork which left Corkill grasping at her. And then he showed a lot of strength with 2 other players around him to ground.
Yeah, he did, and that just came from the mistake that, obviously, from there, it's a rip out or not, it's still a bad challenge. It's still an error for us, so. Yeah, no, it's good. It's a good try from Joe. He spent a bit of time with us last year, 2 years ago. So, yeah, he's a strong player and stuff like that. He's got good footwork, so he's going to bump you off. And yeah, it's a good try. They deserve that Salford after the last 5 minutes.
So, it is a response from Salford. Looks like it's Toby Hughes to attempt the conversion from out on the far side. Might just need to confirm that as he turns his back after he'll kick this.
I think it could be Toby Hughes, yeah. I
think it is.
Was with North Wales, if I'm not mistaken.
He was, you're right.
Yeah.
Shouldn't get him muddled up. I went on tour with him 2 years ago. Kick comes in, gives it chances, but it's waved away. 32 points to 4. So they're on the board. Salford. A good try it was too. It's an enjoyable afternoon of rugby league here down at Derwent Park, to be fair.
Yeah, it's going really good for us, I think we just need to not go away from what's been working, just keep completing sets, doing simple stuff. And there we are. So the half-time
sounds in the background. It is half-time. Grant will go and do his bit in the dressing room and hear what the coaching staff have to say about a first half that has been dominated by Workington Town. They lead by 32 points to 4.
Let's let them play. Where we go first? Left or right first? Right.
So welcome back to Derwent Park, where we are just seconds away from the start of the second half. Our referee Milo McKelvey blows his whistle and away we go with Ross kicking us underway for Salford. Lauder's underneath it. 32 points to 4 is the score in favour of Workington Town. A dominant first half which yielded 5 tries. I'm alongside Grant Reid. Grant, what was said?
It was just a little things really, just completing how we're doing the right thing, just little lapse in concentration, not coming onto the ball, and he said to me coming down the tunnel there, he wasn't very happy with that try we conceded.
Okay, yeah. I wouldn't imagine that he would be, because there was a couple of players that were just beaten to the try line, but certainly attack-wise, they've been on it of Workington. They've reached the end of their first set, have dabbed a kick into the corner by Carter, turning over the ball in the right areas of the field. Ross has to pick it up, and suddenly he's faced with a real wall of blue defenders in front of him. So, 2 metres away from their own line, here comes Salford. Solid hit up from Sambu. Nice quick play, the ball as well, 15 out from his own line. Here comes Stanton again. Good strength from him. It did help that Phillips had his back turned, to be fair, to then completely go at him.
And then Guy Graham takes his boot and throws his boot right over there.
Yeah, he's thrown his boot about 15 metres down the ground, so he's going to have to go on reassess his life choices, I think, after that one. Here comes Finn Yates, put down near the halfway line. Salford have gone through their set of 6. They're over on this left-hand side of the field. Vaughan kicks forward out of dummy half, was actually named in the second row today, which I thought was an unusual move, because he's more renowned as a centre, is Vaughan. But then I can understand with that sort of tackling that he's done on Dickinson why he's perhaps playing second row today. But he's given away a penalty. Well won that by Dickinson. 6th penalty of the game coming up for Workington.
Yeah, it was a lot of, that was just one thing I said the other day about Jake. He's always fighting on the floor for that penalty, and one thing he's done there, he's always looking to get up quick. He's easy to get up off the floor, and especially with a big midline and like that. So
Town start this attack 40 metres from their own line. A little bit of a stepping, stuttering run down this right-hand side from Rafiti. Quick, play the ball though. Phillips has jumped off the back of it. Links with Donaghy. Donaghy runs into the middle. Dummies a couple of times. Really did challenge those middle defenders. Put down 40 metres out from the try line. Phillips goes to his right hand side, goes to Guy Graham. Graham, belligerent run, super little run. Thinks of an offload. He's still going here. He's Guy Graham eventually wrestled to the deck on the 20 metre line. It comes right to Donaghy on the next play. He plays it short to Rafiti. Rafiti will just break that 20 metre line. And eventually rolled on his back by 3 players. Phillips is there though. Donaghy awaits the pass. Has options around him. Tried to drill the kick in. That was a great pick up from Castle. Fires it to his left hand side to Zaringalia, who tries to burst his way through the middle. Just held, and it's the last tackle coming up now. 2 metres out from the line of Workington. Oh, it's all on. Another set of 6 coming up here. Here's Castle, might not need them. Oh, he's been held up. How did they manage to hold Lucas Castle up there?
He's done really well there. I think it was a fullback as well.
That was some superhuman strength there as well from
really
Ross, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely really good from the fullback.
They're nowhere near in the same weight division, having said that, as Bradley goes down that left hand side, 10 metres away from the line. Hope you're enjoying coverage this afternoon courtesy of BBC Radio Cumbria on the BBC Sport website and app.
See, I can't really say the word I want to say, but it's a bit of a coward act there from Toby Hughes. He's just slapped Jake on the back of the head and then walks off like nothing's gone on, and Jake's just retaliated.
While the rest of his teammates have all gone in thinking that something else has happened.
Yeah.
So, referee taking the conversation over the touch judge awards the penalty to Town.
It's a good decision that Toby has started that and Jake's retaliated, but on another different day that can go against you, and that could have easily been Salford's penalty.
So about 4 minutes into this second half, they've got chance of points here of Town. They're going to tap it. They're already 32 points to 4 up in the game, so I suppose they're comfortable in the position in the game as Burr Williams turns his way forward 5 metres away from the line, just to the left hand side of the post. Carter's on the wraparound. Carter gets it, rides that challenge, slips the ball out to Guy Graham, who goes at the gap which Cole Appleby created because he charged out of it. Appleby did alright though to chase back, and Donaghy feeds this right side. He's dummying, he's drifting, he's offloaded for Rafiti. Rafiti goes again. Really strong play this from Town. 5 metres out from the line, looking to add to this 32 points to 4 score line. There's no space that is being given there. Phillips has to retreat into 10 metre mark and then hands it on to Castle, who makes the yardage back again. Just at the side of the uprights. He'll look at playing this. Long ball from Phillips, goes to no one in particular. Clears up, hands it on to Lawther. Oh, good legs tackle there going in. And there's a penalty which will go against Workington here. I think he's ran behind a defender or an attacking player in front of him, hasn't he? So Salford have their second penalty of the game and have banged it into touch near the halfway line.
Just looks like Salford are trying to just get a bit scrappy here, to be honest.
You know what? It's been a niggly start to the second half, hasn't it?
Yeah,
and Salford are scrapping for it, aren't they?
Yeah, it looks like things maybe boil over here, interestingly. There was a bit of a push and shove with Jake and Toby Hughes, and even just with T there to play the ball with, I think it was Vaughan.
I tell you what though, that's what happens when you're a half-back and you do something in the ground. Next time you get tackled, you get forced backwards.
Oh, you definitely do.
Ross handing on to Stanton. Stanton, good carry, over the halfway line he goes. Showing up well this afternoon. To the right-hand side it's moved, long ball from Hughes. Further wide out to Harvey Bradish, one of the two St Helens players that are on loan at Salford this afternoon. The other one, Ignatius Parsi, was run off his feet, it would be fair to say, in the first half. Comes down this left hand side with Ross. Tries to breach that 30 metre line, just about succeeds. Still 30 metres away from the line though, and they've run out of tackles. Hoisted high kick coming in from Jensen Windley. Galea's underneath that one, and he tries to work his way into an opening which never really presented itself. Good tackle in the end. It's the slowest play the ball that I've seen this season, that one though, I have to say. But then a knock on from Workington, a knock on from Salford as well, so they won't get a chance to take advantage straight away, but they will have a scrum 10 metres out from the line.
Yeah, that's kind of a bit of a, it's one of them, there's about three Salford players just rushed off the line there to go and get Spencer, but on a good day you can get a penalty for that. But they looked on Saturday to me, and it's carrying the ball on there isn't a nice place to be. Just an unfortunate mistake from Spencer. So
Winley has this feed at the scrum, 10 metres away from the line. He gets the ball back, sends it down the left. Good tackle from Siren Gleary. He's pinched the ball one-on-one from Ross. The ball goes loose. He's picked up and cleaned up by Corkill. So we will have a full set of 6 in favour of Workington here. Great hit.
Yeah, great hit from Zion. I think he done his had a niggle on his shoulder training the other week, and I think he just aggravated it a bit there. He's just holding it.
Okay. Hopefully we'll keep an eye on that, to be honest. He's sort of definitely reaching for it. Town meanwhile 20 metres away from their own line. Long ball from Phillips, linking with Castle. He links with Carter. Carter full of confidence, flowing, running like a loose forward there on this occasion. Getting out past the 30 metre line. It's a slow play the ball again. There's a good 3 or 4 Salford players offside down that right hand side. Referee he's jolly on the spot, and he told them.
Yeah, he definitely did. You could see the linesman there pointing to the winger in the centre. I think it was Harvey Barron that was originally offside, but yeah, I think the open side was the long side. Sorry, was about back 10, and the short side was back about 5.
So second bit of decent field position in this second half for Town. Can they come out of it with points? Here comes Lawther. Big carry inside the 20. Still going. That was like a rolling ruck in rugby union then, but 4 of them were on him and he just carried them backwards. Here comes Carter, drops it back over his shoulder to Castle. Castle tearing his way beyond that 10 metre mark, just at the left hand side of the post. Phillips options down that left hand side, goes to Carter, back to Galea. Well, Galea just about caught. Good work from old Lachlan defensively. Comes to this right hand side. Here's Castle, determined he wants to open his try account of the season from the looks of his running this afternoon. 2 metres out from the try line, goes short. Oh, and there's Guy Graham. Guy Graham breaching the defence. Some superb work from those middles, just softening up the Salford defence, and then just slightest bit of footwork and lightning quick pass to him did the rest for Guy Graham.
Yeah, and that's all came on the back of a great win by Evan Lawley, staying on his feet and getting that quick play of the ball. But that's as well. It's good from Lucas because he's basically set that trial from being on his feet as well. And it's easy. It's hard to stop Guy Graham, especially with Matt Disson, because you run so low on the ground.
So are we giving Lucas a try assist there?
Lucas will definitely accept the try assist. He'll definitely accept the try assist.
So 36 points to 4, and again Carter's going to love his players because they're scoring round about the post.
Yeah, it's easy when you're scoring around the post, isn't it? Makes your half-back job a lot easier.
So for Carter to go beyond 200 points for Town, and he converts 38 points to 4. Good response that for Workington. Only the second time in good ball, and they've come up with the first score of the second half.
Yeah, it's been, it was a good start. Good start from both sides, to be honest. But it was just a good couple of carries there. And it's just a stroll over us. A bit soft from Salford, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd imagine as a middle, the worst thing that you'd want is to get scored under the post, because that's your area of the field, isn't it? You don't want to get bossed around.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing you want to pride yourself on, especially as a middle, as you goal line do, you want to defend your try line at all costs.
And also you want to blame your wingers for conceding tries, not middles. Ball sent long. Hope you're enjoying the coverage this afternoon. Workington Town having a right day out, and that's a crash bang wallop sort of run forward from Guy Graham to the 20 metre line. Plays it to Phillips. Phillips goes to Bear Williams. Oh, Stanton really did challenge him then. Tobias Gibson preparing to come on.
Guy Graham has got the easiest job in rugby league. Literally 10 minutes, scores a try, one carry, comes off. That'll be Guy for the rest of the afternoon now.
He'll live off that as well.
Little clap, thumbs up, off he goes.
Here comes Galea down that left-hand side, tackled on the 40-metre line inside the Workington town half. Phillips turns it infield now. Here's Larver, brushes through one, brushes through two.
Threw Brad Dwyer off him there.
It was almost like he was holding Brad Dwyer like a shopping bag. It was. Kick comes in from Carter to complete the set. As he overcooked it, no, it's a good kick. Well taken at the back from Ross. On the run and wrap around is Sam Hill. Hill tackled just 10 metres away from his own line. Good chase from Workington Town. They're enjoying this game. Ignatius Parsi comes onto the field. They won't enjoy conceding their third penalty though, will Town. And perhaps if we're being ultra critical, and I know that there's a certain coach who's probably not sat that far away from us who will be looking at this through critical eyes, he'll be wanting them to cut out these sort of penalties that they're giving away, Town.
Yeah, just we're just letting teams off a bit. Like we want, when we're on the front foot, we really want our foot on the throttle, the foot on the throat kind of mentality. But that's one thing when you said before, Dave, about the ruck. You just can't have your hands on a bit, and that's what Jake was doing. So it's a bit of a let off for Salford, to be honest.
Parsi carries to his own 40-metre line, plays the ball quickly. Dwyer dummies to the left, then it opens up for him, and he feeds it back in field to Stanton. Good tackle from Phillips though, stopped him all ends up. Then the assistants came in from Tobias Gibson. To the left it's moved. Here's Winley. Bit of space for him to run into actually. Did well to get to the 30-metre line. Did the Salford half-back. Dwyer at dummy half, turns it infield to Parsi. Parsi just dummied, no one was falling for it. 4 players get in, but a late offload comes into Dwyer. Dwyer carrying it forward inside the 10. Just could get to fast forward really quickly, can't he, Brad Dwyer?
That's outside of Angus Pass.
To Parsi. Yeah, kick comes in from Hughes. Oh, it's an old fumbled. I think double. Yeah, I agree with you here, Grant.
It could be our ball, this.
And it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's the one thing.
I've thought of picking up the whistle, to be fair. That was a great spot, this. I mean, we're a good 70 metres away here, Grant.
Oh, just a good eye. Just a good eye, that's all it is.
20/20 vision sat next to me. I'm really pleased to hear it.
Yeah. But that's one thing there from Parsi, he's got a bit of a roll on there, and he's went again in the second. He's carried 2 in the set there, and he's got the late offload with 4 men on him. So that's the side of Parsi that you don't really want to come into you. You want to try and this is where you want to tire him out, especially down here.
So Donaghy to feed this scrum 10 metres from Town's line, comes out at the base and goes to Dickinson. Solid carry. He made a beeline for Toby Hughes. I've got to say, he's doing a lot of messing around here, is Hughes, and he's getting away with it so far.
Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago we played North Wales on Good Friday, and he was a bit of a grub.
Was he?
Not the biggest of players, but he was conscious, his hands on the ball, and just being a bit of a nuisance with you.
Here's Larver. Big strong carry yet again down that left-hand side. Hughes, the last man to extradite himself from the position. Donaghy dropping it back over his shoulder. Castle brushes off 1, brushes off 2. Good run from Castle. Makes all that yardage up and put down in the halfway line. Plays to Phillips. He scoops it into the middle. Bradley only knows one way forward. He split the line. He gets beyond the 40. He's still going here. He's enjoying his work this afternoon. He's Bradley. Plays it on that 10-metre mark. Then here comes Larver linking with Dickinson. Dickinson kicking forward. It's going to be picked up by Larver. Oh, he just couldn't keep hold of it in the end. It's a long way for him to duck down.
It definitely is. It was in. It was out. I think that's what it was there from everyone, just juggling a bit.
But great work again between that left-hand side. I know we've mentioned it, but this combination between these two, it's showing really promising signs for Town, isn't it? For the rest of the year.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's good having a 9 that can notice that, Callum's. One thing with Callum, he's playing around the block a bit now, so he notices the little short side plays when there's a man going back lazy, and he's done it 3 or 4 times today, and it's caught them short on that side. It's give Evan space and give Jake space.
Town middle relishing their work to bring down Stanton, the latest Salford player to be tackled 30 metres away from his own line. Dwyer picks up out of dummy half, goes to Ignatius Parsi, throws a dummy. Oh, good stop there from Gibson, rolled with him. He's won that one, Ignatius Parsi though. Quick play the ball. Dwyer runs, he's got options, bounces off Corkill, gets past Phillips, gets the ball back in field to Parsi then passes.
Oh.
I don't think it was meant for Stanton, but he takes it in anyway.
No, I think he plays in half back here, Parsley.
Last tackle signal here by referee Milo McAlvey. It comes to the left hand side. Kick comes in from Winley. It's a high hanging one. Spencer Fulton to try and take this one. There's a real contest. It's cleaned up by Zarin Galea at the back, and then he spotted a gap of Zarin and speeds into it. Ooh, that's a high shot on him.
Bad one.
He'll definitely be counting his ears after that one.
Yeah.
In fact, his ears are probably ringing, aren't they? His ears are ringing after that. Stanton riding high, referee picking it out. To be fair to our match official, he's having a good game.
Yeah, he's doing really well, to be honest. And you know, that's one thing in Zarin's game, when you are that lazy middle and stuff like that. Zarin will come. Yeah, he's not, you know, he's only small, but he's a tough little cookie, Zarin, to be honest.
Quick as Donaghy finds Burr Williams, bounces off that challenge of Owen Haldenby. Got a stoppage in play just for a moment. There was 2 balls on the field, and rather than leaving it to a player, Touchridge fancied himself going on and kicking it off. Anyway, we get back underway in Town in possession, leading by 38 points to 4 in this one. Hope you're enjoying the coverage this afternoon as Burr Williams goes down the ground, clears the halfway line. They're having a day out of Workington. Hope you're enjoying it. Here comes Corkhill now on the angle. They're almost as far as the 30-metre line. Still a couple of tackles in the bank. Phillips moves it to Donaghy in the middle. He sends it left to Carter. Carter finds Bradley on the surge. Carter gets it back, feeds it to Galea. Galea over the top. Oh, it's just spilled by Dickinson. If anything, Dickinson was just a fraction in front of the pass.
Yeah, you know, you could give yourself just maybe just a fraction behind Zarin there, but you know, it's maybe just forcing it a bit too much. You know, we just don't go away from what's working. You know, we're going well up the middle, so let's just keep doing that. But it's a training ground move, and we know that we can shift a ball. And we could have had them there. We did have them there for numbers, but it's just a bit of a bad pass from Zarin, but not very good from Jay. Keep his distance.
They're just getting excited in possession, aren't they, Town? Here come Salford. And there's Sambu. Sambu breaking the line. Oh, he's got pace. He's burst into the backfield. Clears the halfway line. Oh, what a chase from Lawver. He's forced the error as well. Super from the big man.
I can't. Honest to God, he's just doing.
Oh, and he's got an offload going as well. Here's Jake Bradley. I can't even identify anybody else but Lawver after that period of play.
I don't know honestly how Evans done that. You know, that Sambu's quick, and
what a chase back that
Evans
is.
just chased him down though. What is
brilliant chase back.
Great from Evan. That, you know, I think maybe I don't think it's early days to say who my man of the match is going to.
Oh, you've gone early. It's incredibly early. We've not even reached the hour mark yet.
No, I think.
Okay.
I think Evans.
Castle playing it right. Donaghy keeping it moving. Here's Rafiti. He's fired it out to Fulton. Fulton takes the hit of Hartley. Disappears initially, then under the challenge of Vaughan. Vaughan on the 30-metre line. The ball is played. Town still in possession. Here's Burr Williams. Whoa! Gives
strong
the big
carrier, Bear.
gave the big don't argue to Dwyer. Comes to this right-hand side. Donaghy kicking over the top into the corner. It's a decent one. It bounces up. Oh, it's taken in perfectly there on the bounce from Rafiti, and he carries underneath the post. He's picked out Gary to get his photo taken perfectly as well. That's one that'll go in the family album.
Yeah, it was a bit of showboat there from T, wasn't it? I'll tell you one thing, lads, it's a great kick from Alex Donaghy. You know, it just split the wing and the fullback, and it's old, but you never let the rugby ball bounce, and that's exactly what the fullback and winger have done there. Just maybe a bit of lack of communication, but it's a great try from Town.
So Rafiti scoring the latest Town try. They're up past the 40-point mark, 42 points to 4. And I'm continuing to party like it's 1996 here this afternoon. Hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you're listening to us from. Easily Workington's most convincing performance of the season. Thought they were unlucky last week against Keighley, by the way. The try ruled out just on the stroke of half time, and then there was a couple of other opportunities second half, and the fight back was superb. But certainly looking every inch the more powerful side this afternoon as Carter strikes on the extras. 44 points to 4 now. So here's where we see about Workington's ruthlessness, because I've said this about various other teams that I've seen over the course of this season. You know, when you look at like the likes of Wigan in Super League, they're just relentless, they're ruthless, and this is what Workington probably have to be for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, and this is one of them things that Johnny talks about. It's, you know, we're getting away from Salford now, but this doesn't mean we take our foot off the gas and just get complacent. You know, we keep going, keep the foot on the throat, and keep getting points when we can. Let's not try and go away from what's working.
So Matty Ross on the halfway line gets us underway again from a Salford point of view. Good take from Galea. Fired into the arms there of Gittins. Gittins runs it towards that 20-metre line. There is evidence there of some of his footwork as he tried to escape past it.
Yeah, it's a good
Although
shot.
For me, I'd be running the other way, you know. So fair play to him.
Yeah, fair play to Galea. I wouldn't pick him. I wouldn't run at him. Maybe either side of him.
Burley has played that ball. Here comes Tobias Gibson now. Made a solid start to his Workington Town career as well as Gibson. Plays it somewhat 35 metres from his line. They're firing it down the left hand side. Here's Lawler into the backfield again. Big handoff. He's down the ground. Takes on the fullback. Beats the fullback. Can he get all the way? And he slips the ball out unselfishly. Dickinson scores. Dickinson with the hat-trick. But that is all down to Grant's man of the match, Evan Lawther. We're soon going to have to get him a red cape if he carries on this.
I think, Dave, we all like to call it now.
We'll call it now. We'll call it now. Evan Lawther, take a bow, son. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that's phenomenal from Evan. You know, it's footwork, and it's good. It's getting from Callum Phillips. They've only got 3 on the short side. We've stocked the short side, and, you know. Give Evan half a gap when he's going to go through it. He's going to be a real problem. I mean, for teams this year.
He thundered 50, 60 metres there, didn't he? Yeah. You know, he's done really well, because he took it from his own 40 and then got the offload 10 metres away from the line. Just as it looked like, I thought he was going to be a bit selfish and try and just shrug off that last man, but he's team first mentality.
Absolutely, and that's one thing with Evan. There's not a lot going on upstairs with Evan, but he's a great lad, and you know, it's really good.
So Dickinson with his 3rd try. I tell you what, it's not bad this, is it? You get signed for your new club, you score 4 tries in your first 2 games.
Yeah, and your best mate put in for your hat-trick as well. What more did Jake want?
48 points to 4. What a try. The second really exciting try, I think, this afternoon, where I nearly lost my voice. Carter for the goal. Oh, it's waved wide. 48 points to 4 is how it remains. But that's just what we're talking about, that relentlessness.
Yeah.
They just need more of it now.
Yeah, that's all we need to do. Just keep the foot on, don't go away from what's working, and be happy doing it as well, you know, because when you look back and you think of that St Helens game, you know, St Helens never switched off. St Helens just kept going and putting us to the sword, and that's what we need to keep doing now. We need to set a statement today, and you know, and we definitely are doing that, but let's just not go away from what's working and keep going with it.
At risk of labouring the point, I did think that was one of the best performances I've ever seen any rugby league side do, that St Helens performance here, because they just kept it going from minute 1 to minute 80, didn't they?
Yeah, Dave, it was, you know, I think there was one point when I think Jockey just looked and went, I don't know what we're meant to do against that, because it's just how they play now and stuff like that. It would put any team to bed early.
Coming through the middle again, goal Workington, big handoff. Here's Bradley crossing the halfway line, takes on the fullback, brave tackle from Ross to bring him down.
Great ball from Tobias Gibson there to notice that.
And here comes Phillips from dummy half, slips the ball to Gittins. Almost seemed to goose step his way forward then initially, and then really hit the line with some power on the edge of the 20 metre line again. It comes to Gibson on this right hand side. He links with Donaghy out to Rafiti. Town look like they're enjoying play. Offload Donaghy, it goes backwards from him. Kick forward into the backfield by Hartley, however, and Bear Williams, as he knocked on the floor, referee will go back for an initial knock on.
Yeah, just that's one thing there where Johnny might not be happy with. Just an offload that we don't really need to happen from T, you know. It's just...
It is going to be Salford ball, by the way.
Yeah, definitely was a mistake from T, and he just put his hand up there and just said sorry, but it's stuff like that what we don't really need to do. We can just... We're in charge of the game, we're on the front foot. Just take the tackle and just set up and go again.
So Salford continuing to battle, trailing by 48 points to 4. Ball coming to that right hand side to the winger Sam Hill. Hill just outside his own 30 metre line, quick play the ball, Dwyer slips it through the right hand side. I think that's O'Loughlin, all tackled. Plays the ball, it's a scrappy play the ball, referee deciding that there was hands on him though, and he has been really consistent with that, so Salford have their 4th penalty.
Yeah, I think that is probably the right call. You can just see Jake and Evan just niggling a bit with the ball. We don't need to do it. Just there's one thing Jonty says to us, and you could say it in your sleep. It's error, penalty, and then a try comes on the back of it, which we've just done. Well, we've just done. Obviously not the try, but it just invites a team into your half, which you don't really need.
That was a proper interesting ball from Bradish, which eventually found Stanton. Stanton inside the 40 metre line. Quick play the ball. Here's Dwyer. He's deadly when players are not set. Stanton with an offload, finds Ignatius Parsi, he slips it further wide to Haldenby. Haldenby 25 metres out from the line, plays it to Dwyer. Dwyer goes left to Parsi. Parsi plays it off to Winley. Winley back to Vaughan. Vaughan inside the 20 metre line. Town doing the tackling. About 10 metres away from the try line. Salford. Here's Ignatius Parsi. It's open for Parsi and he charges his way through. Salford after a second try, a barnstorming effort from a pop forward. 48 points to 4.
Yeah, that's unfortunately commentator's curse there. It was an error, penalty, and then obviously followed by a try. And you give a fella like Parsi a big hole in your try line. He's going to go through it. You know, he's done it for years, and just a little simple error that we've just caused, which we didn't need to force, but hopefully that was probably going to come down from Jonty telling Matthew Johnson, our trainer, probably just to go on and say, what
was that?
Yeah.
What was that?
What
Come
was
on.
that?
You're better than that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm glad we're on the same wavelength with that, to be honest. So Toby Hughes with this conversion attempt just to the left hand side of the post. Strikes it, adds the points as well, so 48-10. Salford reached double figures. To be fair, their efforts have that's probably what their efforts have deserved on the balance of the game.
Yeah, you know, they've defended.
They have battled away, haven't
they?
They
haven't. One thing about it, they haven't went away. They haven't just give up. They've just kept knocking. But we've just give them a sniff. We can't give teams a sniff, especially in this league, because they'll capitalise on it.
So Carter sets up the restart. Referee just pausing the clock momentarily. And away we go again. Long kick-off from Carter. Late adjustment there from Winley. Saw him take the ball in. He then fired it inside to an on-rushing Salford forward, Owen Haldenby. He played it. And here's Hartley. Well tackled, 22 metres out from his own line. Parsi looks to try and scatter the Town defence again. They get to him though. And it will be a slower play the ball. Dwyer goes though, runs off to the right. Surges beyond the halfway line. Offloads as well, late one to Finn Yates. Yates spins it to the right, that was forward. Out to Sam Hill. It was just too much. Probably a pass that didn't need to be thrown.
Yeah, just probably one from the Salford coach didn't really need, to be honest. That came from, you know, the two experienced players there, Parsi and Brad Dwyer, to quick play the ball, and Brad Dwyer gets out, gets that offload away. Maybe just, I think was it Bradish that threw the pass?
I think it was Finn Yates. Finn Yates was trying from probing from dummy half, and probably it wasn't really on that pass.
No, definitely not.
Tell you what though, there's about 600 voices that all cried forward at the same time. It's quite loud on that far side.
Most common shout at a rugby game, forward, get him on side.
Here's Dickinson. Runs towards the halfway line. Hat-trick from him this afternoon. And now here's our man of the match, Evan Lawther. Brushes off one, brushes off two. There's 4 players on him there.
Yeah, 4 players, and he was walking. He was just walking there with Parsi, funny enough.
It's like he's got a cheat code on his back. Here comes Bear Williams. It's like when you used to be able to create your own players on, some of the rugby
everything.
games. Yeah. Here's Galea. Oh, just spots something. Takes on Parsi head on. Bounces off that challenge as well. He's reached the 20 metre mark. Can Town flourish off the back of this? It goes left to Carter. Carter throws the dummy, surges on, gets within the 10. Still thinks on an offload, but fortunately there, O'Loughlin's hand prevented it from a Salford point of view. It goes down the left-hand side again. Out to Lawther, out to Dickinson. 4 tries this afternoon for Jake Dickinson. Handed on a plate. That left side, Bradley, Lawther and Dickinson, that's going to cause problems for teams.
Yeah, it's just realising, you know, you're catching people out, and that's not a training move at all. You know, that is just simple ball through hands and
recognising numbers, isn't it?
Yeah, recognise numbers, putting players in space, and I think Jake could have won in there easily.
So 4th try of the game for Dickinson. Town have gone past 50 points. So 52 points to 10. Tell you what though, Jake needs to have a word with them. Look where it's been scored, right out on the touchline.
Yeah. I think Jake Dickinson should be buying Evan a pint tonight after this.
Jake Dickinson.
So a man who previously played National Conference League Rugby League for Thatto Heath, Jake Dickinson, at university in the North East, played for Newcastle last year, and he's the new poster boy at Workington Town with 5 tries in his first 2 games. Here comes Carter. Always give that chance. He's like,
with a big thanks from Evan Law in the small print.
Yeah. So 52 points to 10.
You know, it's nice. It's one thing. It's nice looking. You can just see that edge there. Just Jake, Evan, and Dick. Evan and both Jakes. Just have it. You can just see him having a laugh and a smile. It's good. It's good stuff like that. You know, when we've obviously started the season quite rocky, but we needed this today. You know, it's really good for us.
And I mean, to be fair, you know, no matter what level of rugby league that you play, as a player, you've got to enjoy it, haven't you? If you don't enjoy it, then it sort of drags on you, and it's like a weight on your back.
Yeah, definitely. When you are hating rugby, I'd say it's probably the hardest thing to get into. You know, I went through it last year, Dave, as well. You know, you fall out with the game, and then you're here every other day, and it's just a long, painful thing. But you know, it's been really good. This we definitely needed this today, this win.
And it's been good as well from. He's conceded a penalty there of Town in possession. I think it was it Jake Bradley just pushing out?
Yeah, but that's Brad. I think it's Brad Dwyer that's done it. You know, you can just say them having to give them a polite word to each other. I'd say there's definitely no swear words involved in that between them. But yeah, Jake's a bit of a hothead, you know, and if you get at him, he'll snap. And I think that's just experience from Brad Dwyer, that noticing that.
Bradish taps, it's in the arms now of Hughes. Hughes plays it across to this left-hand side to Winley. There's a man in motion in Ross. Ross trying to burst into that backfield and tackle just over that 20-metre line. There was a couple of players that were really drifting round to make the stop from a Workington point of view. Now it comes in field. Here's Parsi again. Parsi running inside that 10-metre mark. The good here if Town can keep Salford at bay. Dwyer ducks to this left-hand side, runs it alone. Good run from him, good defence in the end. Still the danger hasn't gone away. It goes left to Hartley. Hartley skips back across, and then Gittins gets him, just slows him down. Stop completed by Bear Williams and Tobias Gibson. 9 metres from the line. Dwyer works it back to Parsi again. Parsi goes to this left-hand side. I think that's Vaughan in possession. And Vaughan is held up over the line.
Good read from Alex Donaghy there, you know. Vaughan came onto that 100 miles an hour.
Back to the 10-metre line where it's the last tackle for Salford. Dwyer goes down this left-hand side again, kicks it forward. It was never really on. Donaghy picked it up. Seemed like he had an age to pick where he was going to run as well, Donaghy.
Yeah, he's cop on there actually. But he's done really well there, Alex. It's a good kick from Brad Dwyer.
Corkill comes down this right-hand side. Always love Rio Corkill for these type of runs that he does from a defensive position.
Yeah, absolutely. Him and Spencer, you know, they work well together, to be honest. Two very quiet lads, but you know, you have things in your team that you can just have them little two people that can just.
Oh, here's Lawther. Oh, what an offload that was to Carter.
He's got a few offloads there, hasn't he?
He has, yeah.
He's got about 6 or 7. I didn't mean that as the child's thing that everyone does this day.
Yeah, 6-7, 6-7.
I'm just regretting saying that.
It comes down this left-hand side to Carter. Carter drills the kick into the backfield. Oh, football skills there from Matty Ross as well. Picked it up. It's been a brave effort from that fullback this afternoon.
He has, hasn't he? He's carried the ball well.
Comes down this left-hand side to Winley. Winley sees there's not much doing down his side. Makes the break. That's all of his own doing. He's getting towards halfway. Half bumps through Bradley, who comes back for him, grabs onto what he can, but there's an offload going there. Hill then kicks it forward. Hill's chasing after this one. Gallia's after this one as well. That'll bounce and bobble in the in-goal area, and Gallia, coolest man on the ground, just pops the ball dead, drop out.
Yeah, no, that's not a bad option from the winger there, from Salford. It was a very good kick in the end. You know, if his hands further back in play, that could have went a different way.
So it's going to be a dropout from underneath the post into the last 5 minutes of the game here at the Fibrous Community Stadium. Derwent Park to me and you.
Derwent Park.
Oh, and it's a mid-range restart. Vaughan comes for it. Vaughan takes it. And immediately he's tackled on the 20-metre line by Donaghy. Infield it comes to Parsi. Parsi did a prop sidestep, then ended up driving straight forward. 5 metres away from the line. Dwyer moves it right. Finn Yates tries to open it up for Hughes, and he's just been manhandled like a ragdoll by Lava.
Yeah, good read from Evan, really good read.
And here's O'Loughlin just probing down that right-hand side. Lava's in again as third man. Just slowed the play. Oh, all on waves our match official, just a little bit too much messing around as Hughes steps and skips towards the post. He's put down just in the field of play. Dwyer options out, it goes to Parsi. Parsi out to Vaughan. Vaughan tries to get between two defenders. Oh, great defence.
He got down for a second there, Vaughan.
What great rear guard action that was from Corkill and from Donaghy. Brilliant.
Yeah, some good defence. You know, Alex has defended his goal line quite well there.
So tackle count continues. Dwyer looked like he was going to come left, then puts it right. Quite a poor pass from him in the end. Cleaned up by, I think that's Yates underneath that one. I'm just right behind the post with where I'm commentating from at the moment. As Dwyer sends it right to Hughes. Hughes drills his kick through. Dickinson just carries it over the back line.
From Toby Hughes.
Just started standing up, didn't it?
Yeah,
it looked like there was too much on it initially, didn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing with the rugby ball, isn't it? One little bounce on it and you can just send it the other way. Luckily Jake Dickinson was there to clean it up.
So it's going to be a dropout. They're starting to apply a little bit of pressure again, aren't they? They've done this at certain points of the game. Short restart. Oh, it goes the way of Town. Has he managed to take it in? No, he hasn't. Referee will rule a knock on against Rafiti. The clock continues to tick down on this game. Just 2 minutes left. I know that you're going to have to leave us, but thanks for all your efforts this afternoon, Grant. Really enjoyed it, mate.
Fine, Dave. Brilliant.
So it's going to be another scrum here in favour of Salford. Salford will have the feed at this scrum. It's going to be Winley to feed it. Comes out at the base with Dwyer trying to stretch his way over. Dwyer tackled. There's a penalty against Town though, offside at the base of that scrum. This penalty count is starting to level up. It's 9-6 now in favour of Workington. Still we tick on towards the 40-minute mark. Here's Dwyer, feeds it out to Parsi. That seems to come off Town hands. And then it's popped out the back. Running chance here for Ross. Ross to 5 metres away from the line. He's spun to the ground. About 10 metres in from touch. It comes left. Oh, it's an ambitious tackle. An ambitious dive into the corner from Sambu. What a defensive play that was from Fulton. 52 points to 10 it remains. Excellent tackle on this side. Sambu tackled into touch. 1.5. And Evan Lava has been awarded the official man of the match as well from the Town sponsors. He's had a magnificent game. Here's Gittins. Runs to the 20-metre mark in centre field. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage this afternoon, courtesy of the BBC Sport website and app. I've been Dave Parkinson for BBC Radio Cumbria. Workington Town will enjoy victory this evening. Can they just put the cherry on top of the cake. They've taken it wide. Here's Corkill down the right wing. Stopped on the halfway line. Took that ball in well from Donaghy. Comes infield looking for Phillips. He gets it back to Gibson. Gibson gets a good second effort going. Bites his side a further 3 or 4 metres after contact. It's played inside the Salford half. Confident play from Workington all the way out to Lawther. Then Dickinson brushes away from 2. Can't set off on a little volley forward, but he's inside the 30-metre mark. Last tackle has been signalled. Lawther finds Carter. Carter, skew kick off to the left-hand side. Good take from Ross. And then a bit of a snatch tackle coming in from Dickinson, which will concede a penalty. 9-7 in the penalty counts, 52-10 where it counts on the scoreboard to Workington. Our first championship victory of the season this afternoon for Town. Hitting to touch.
It will be last tackle.
9 tries this afternoon for Workington. This will be the final play as Salford trying to open play out. Here's Winley out to Hartley. Kick comes in from Sambu. Sambu chasing after this one. It stands up for him. He's kicked forward again as Sambu. And can he win the race again? It's on the deck, is this? And it's taken in by Winley. Winley tackled. The hooter sounds. Town have done it. They've opened their account in the Betfred Championship. Their first victory of the season comes on the back of a battling performance last week against Keighley Cougars, but this was a very, very strong performance from Workington. 9 tries scored in total, 4 of them the way of winger Jake Dickinson. His combination with man of the match Evan Lawther has been really, really spectacular to see this afternoon. Town are on the board. Their season is up and running. It's a good victory, this one this afternoon. Confident play, 52 points to 10. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage this afternoon on the BBC Sports website and app. My name's Dave Parkinson. We're going to sign off in the knowledge that Workington have won by 52 points to 10. All started in the 4th minute when Jake Bradley crossed. Then a penalty was struck by Carter. Carter then followed up with a try of his own after 15 minutes, self-converting to make it 14 points to 0. And then just 3 minutes after that, a spill on his own line from Matt Ross, contesting with Jake Bradley, saw Dickinson swoop for his first try. Carter converted for a 20-0 advantage, and then in the 23rd minute we saw Carter kick to this left-hand side. Dickinson rose high to then ground it in the corner. That was brilliantly converted from the touchline, 26 points to 0. It then became 32 points to 0 in favour of Workington. It's 3 minutes from half-time. Donaghy with the finishing touch to what was some brilliant interplay from inside their own half to then break away from Workington. Salford got their rewards just on the stroke of half-time with a try from former Town centre Hartley. That made it 32-4 at the break. 8 minutes into the second half, Guy Graham touchdown underneath the post to open the account. Carter converted again to make it 38 points to 4. And then we saw some excellent play from Salford, to be honest. They did start to apply some pressure of their own, and it took until the 58th minute for Workington to go a bit further on the scoreboard. A sumptuous kick from Donaghy into the backfield, bounced perfectly for Rafiti to then take it in and cross underneath the post. That was again converted by Carter to make it 44-4. Then just after the hour mark, Lawther with great strength and power, a surging run down that left hand side, linking with his former teammate at Newcastle Thunder, Dickinson, to put down in the corner for his hat-trick score. That made it 48-4. Salford flicking into action with the try of their own as Dwyer went to Parsi, and Parsi went in by the side of the post. That was converted by Hughes to make it 48-10. But it was a strong finish from Workington, who then scored with 10 minutes remaining. Bradley and Lawther combining down the left-hand side. Dickinson crossing for his 4th. It went unconverted, and that's the final score, 52 points to 10. We hope you enjoyed coverage this afternoon, courtesy of BBC Cumbria Sport and the BBC Sport website.